long time no see. Okay, this is a Malaysian way of saying lah. I'm not that yet lah. Okay, let's go blonde a bit lah. So yeah, so I'm doing a new foundation routine. So what am I using on this bloody face of mine? So yeah, it's a full coverage foundation. So yeah, it's more flawless, more glowy. It's a little bit on the expensive side lah. Yeah, it's not a sponsored video also. Yeah, so I buy everything myself also lah. So what are the brand that I'm going to use today is this little friend of mine called YSL. This is the new foundation that is talking about. It's a little bit late for me to review lah, but still I love it. Yeah, and then what a few more items that I'm going to do with this foundation as well. What is this? What is this? Oh my god, what is this? I cannot find it. It is this one. The Instant Moisture Glow. What is this all about? Everyone's talking about this. What the heck is this? I'll tell you what this is all about. Okay, how to use this product and some of the items that I like as well. So stay tuned for this video. I will see you at the end of this video. Yeah. Okay, I've really blonde hair. My colors are coming up. Okay, this is our topic. So I'll see you at the end of this video. So yeah, bye. My new foundation routine. So today I'm going to use this one. This one is a new Instant Moisture Glow from YSL Beauty. And this is a hydration primer, and it can give your skin 72 hours of deep hydration, pore minimizing in long-term use. And one thing good that is actually protect your skin from your daily environment harshness or your foundation as well, so meaning it does not clog your pores. And let's see how this works. Moisturizing primer, you can use it as a moisturizer or as a primer as well. And this one does not have any silicone base, if I'm not wrong. And then it does not give your skin clog pores, so meaning it helps protect your skin at the same time. And good is that it's very hydrating. As you can see, it's very pearlescent-like. Texture is very smooth, very water texture, which I quite like because I have normal combination or normal oily. Occasionally I might have breakouts as well, as you can see. Yeah, so yes, it's actually quite good, very refreshing. I quite like it as well. It's very hydrating and give your skin a very smooth surface to work on as well, especially if you like me, you like something more fuller coverage. This is a very good primer. Okay, next what we have, I like to go over with my Benefit as well. This is a Pore Professional. I like to use this on the areas that I wish I have more bigger pore area, which is around my cheek area, my nose area. Usually it's this area that is more to my concern. Okay, next, so my foundation routine has been so-called upgraded. It's not a sponsor video, how I wish. Okay, so this is my new foundation that I'm currently using. This is the All Hours foundation from YSL. It's a 24 hours long wearing matte finish full coverage foundation, which I quite love it as well. It's a very nice matte finish, and then it gives your skin a very luminous finish as well. I like to use it with a sponge. One thing good about this foundation is that it dries down to a matte finish. It's a very nice even finish and give me a little bit more coverage, especially on my concern area. Let's go a little bit like all over the skin first. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that I have a new way of applying foundation without using any concealer, which is, you can see I have a lot of pimples around this area and sometimes around this area. Which I like to apply first, and then I like to set it with my Fit Me Foundation pressed powder, then go over it with a layer of foundation again. I think it's been some time that I didn't do any videos as well, because I have lost my how to say inspiration. I did some video before which I did record earlier, but it does not come out to the way that I like it, so I did not post it. Then I got lazy. I got very lazy. So yeah. So next, after I set it with powder, I like to go over it with another layer of foundation, which gives me something more coverage. As you can see, the foundation for the YSL All Hours is actually quite nice, very matte finish, but in terms of the coverage it's also quite full, but for me I need a little bit more, very more. Okay. You can always use your hands, you can use your foundation brush, you can use sponges. I'm using a beauty blender, by the way. It's a dry beauty blender. I don't like to make my beauty blender wet for a reason. I don't know why, because I tend to like it used. I like to use it more of a drier sponge version. YSL do come up with a sponge as well. It goes well with the All Hours foundation as well. It's a charcoal sponge. Yep. It's slightly more denser compared to the beauty blender, but well, it's your preference. I like to use a beauty blender. You can use the YSL sponge as well. You can use foundation brush. You can use your hands. You can use whatever that you like. It's up to your preference. Yeah. The foundation for this is actually quite good. You can build up according to how much you like. You can shade it down. You can add more to give you a little bit more coverage. Yeah, so it's a very versatile foundation. So yeah, it's quite good. But the price range is a little bit more pricey, but you are going for a high-end foundation. It's a very good foundation to option for. If you guys like drugstore version of makeup routines and foundation that I like, do comment below. I can do a video on it as well. I do have my daily wear foundation that I like to use, which is more of a lower budget, more drugstore version, which works wonderful as well. And then for the bougie side, or the most expensive version kind of foundation, like today I'm using, it's more on like a special occasion thing that I like to use it, which sometimes I need a little bit more extra. Yeah, so I like to sometimes option for cheaper foundations, cheaper drugstore kinds of makeup products that is more catered to everyone use. As you can see, it's a matte finish foundation, but yet again, it's not flat. It still gives you that luminous glow to the skin, although it's a matte foundation. In terms of coverage wise, not bad. I quite like it. Of course, if you want a little bit more, I can go over with any concealers that you like, your preference. For me, this is quite good enough already. I like to bring it down to my neck because I have something to cover. Yeah, it's quite nice. Quite smooth, I would say. From here, you actually can powder it if you like. If you don't do powder, it's fine. It's up to you. If you have normal combination skin or you're more on the drier side, you can always skip the powder. For me, I have normal to oily, or some occasionally sometimes normal to combination skin. I like to always set it with a little bit of powder. Am I in focus? Okay. Always remember when you apply your foundation, always apply together on the eyelid area, so you have like a so-called a base to work with. If you have eyeshadow, or you can use eyeshadow or primer, will be fine, but personally I like to even out the skin tone around the eye area. So basically we're done. So next, what we should do, I like to highlight and conceal. First, I like to use these two items, which is a very iconic product from YSL. It's the TOUCHE ECLAT pen, which I got in two colors. So one will be in number 3 and one in 2.5. So what is this all about, this iconic product? This one is actually quite good to use because it's a highlighter pen. You can use it as a concealer. You can use it on any way of your skin you want to conceal or highlight. Just a small little clip. Then the product will come up. I like to use number 3 around the under eye area first. Because number 3 is more towards a orangey color, so it actually is quite good for concealing. I like to use around this area. Next, I like to use it with my hand to blend the product. You can use a sponge or anything that you like, but I prefer use hand. My fingers, not my hand. My hand will be like this. Okay, why? Because I like, our hands are warm, you can melt the product better to the skin. And one thing good, it does not dry cakey. Then I like to go over with my sponge. I like to go over it just to balance out everything. It gives you the instant lift and the brightness around the eye area. So once it's concealed, I like to use number 2.5 to highlight. Is it coming up? Yes. I like to highlight this area, the T-zone area, the under eye, inner corners. These are basically all the places that you can highlight. Sometimes I like to do it here. Around here. The laughing line. like this. They look cute. So you always can blend over with your foundation sponge or your hands. If you're lazy, you can always use your hands, but I like a little bit more coverage. I like to keep my hands sometimes occasionally a bit clean, so I like to use sponges. That's our personal preference. When you apply your laughing line, don't blend downwards, blend upwards. This will give you a more of a lifted finish. I like to use the lips to contour it. So I have a base to work on later with the lipsticks to put on. It's a very subtle highlight as I give a little bit more lift around the eye area. It's very out of focus. Can always dab on anytime. It's a very good product. You can even use it over powders as well. It's quite good. If you have a foundation already, sometimes if you feel there's a little bit more dull, you can use it over your existing foundation. You can pop it in your bag anytime that you want to feel you need to touch up a bit. You can use it. And I like to use it as a corrector as well. When I draw my brows, I want it a little bit more sharp. I always like to sharpen it. It's also easy to use. It's a multi-purpose pen. So yeah, the TOUCHE ECLAT pen. It's very good to use. You can get it. And one thing good, if you bought it in YSL Malaysia, you can actually engrave the product as well. It's not a paid advertisement. Remind you that. Okay, now next, what we should do, we like to finish it with a powder. Yes. Oopsie. I like to powder the entire face with my Fit Me powder. You can use any loose powder if you like. If you notice I keep looking down because I have another mirror here. I always like to pat on the powder instead of buffing it into the skin, because by buffing it into the skin, actually you give your skin more like a micro exfoliation. This does make sense. You actually buffing away all the products. So I like to pat it in. Yes, like so. So next, what we have, we like to what you're going to have, what we're going to do is highlight and shading. Yeah. So for shading, I like to use a nice little fan brushy, a very thick one. Any dark colors of compact powders or shading powders you have at home, you can use it as well. And currently I like to use my NARS powder in Laguna, but yeah, it's a little bit dark and the packaging is a little bit ugly, so I'm not going to show you. So I like to shape this area. For me, I don't go with a very sharp shading, so I like a very soft shading just to warm up the skin a little bit. I just go around the perimeters of my face. But from the cheekbone, the hollows of the cheek, just works upwards. Just to give a very subtle lines of very nice bronze color to the skin, just to warm it up a little bit. Around the neck area. This is basically what I do every day when I go for my work or occasion, a special occasion I need to go for. This is what I usually do. Nothing too overly done. Because I'm living in Malaysia, a lot of people assume that I'm not Chinese, and by the way, I am Chinese because of my foundation is a little bit tan. I'm not your typical Chinese makeup artist kind of person, which like very fair skin, like a lot of like so-called Korean makeup. Yes, I do love the Korean makeup, but in terms of certain extent, they are like the Korean makeup. Yeah, so I like the tan skin. I like the bronze, the golden finishing of the skin. Like J-Lo, Beyonce, they have the very nice tan color. So yeah, if you like my kind of makeup, so please subscribe to me. Okay, so yeah, this is basically my shading. So next I might go for the highlight. So highlight, what we're going to do is, there's a few products that I quite currently love. There's a few highlight powders that I like, which is the H&M. Yeah, H&M. This is a Sunlight Gold. It's a very nice golden finishing bronzing powder. I can use it as a shade, as a highlight as well. And the Innisfree powder, I think this is a limited edition color that I got last few months back. Yeah, it's quite nice, quite nice. Next is my favorite as well, is my MAC. And this one will be the Soft and Gentle. Soft and Gentle is quite similar to the H&M as well, so it's quite similar. I can show you inside. So this is the H&M. You can see I'm hitting pen. It's quite nice. And the MAC Sugar, quite a similar shade, which I love. These are quite nice. So yeah, this is slightly more pricier. If you like something more shimmery, this is slightly more of the affordable side, which is, I think it's around 50 plus, if I'm not wrong. You can always go out to H&M and check out. I think they have very nice products as well. It's not a sponsor as well, please remember that. So for today, I like to go with my H&M. Where I always highlight is always my cheekbone area. I always do my highlight first before my brows and my eyeshadow. For a freaking reason, I don't know why. I just love it. It's my daily routine. You can see it's quite nice, quite blinding, which everyone loves. It's a very nice glowy finish to the skin. I like to highlight this area. If you have first time using highlighters, how to do it is actually going like this. See around the temples, around the cheek area, you can see. Once the light hits you, oh my god, you can see. Nice. Always remember less is more unless you like the very highlight trend that's going on now. For me, this is very good enough. I like to use it a little bit around the brows area. Yeah. So basically, this is my new foundation routine. You can see it. Yeah, so basically from here I like to do my brows. So for today I'm going to use another brow product from YSL. It is their brow pencil. It comes like this. It comes with a pencil in the front and a spoolie at the back. So let's see how this works. Usually I like to comb out my brows. just to make everything more in the same shape. I'm going to do one brows first, and then we see how is it like. Okay, let's see how is it like. It's very pigmented, and eventually it's very soft. It's more like a powder version, so yeah, so it's quite good to use. It comes in 5 different shades of color. I'm using number 5. It's more like a deep chocolate brown, almost to black. It's quite similar to my hair color, as you can see. But usually I will go slightly lighter. So I'm back. So I'm done with my brows already. So now I would like to go with the TOUCHE ECLAT, just to clean it up a little bit more, make it more nice and well balanced. A lot of people ask me how do I do my brows. It's actually quite simple. Brows are like sisters, they're not twins, so yeah, it's slightly off a little bit is fine. So yeah, so if you guys like a brow routine or how I do my brows, you can comment below. I can always do a brow routine. You can see the TOUCHE ECLAT is very good to use. I like to correct it. Even though I have like powder over my foundation as well, so it does not alter my foundation. Just to make it a little bit more sharp, like so. So yeah. Then next, what should we do? I might go with the brow mascara. This one is a Japanese brand. I'm not sure where I got it from. If I'm not wrong, it's from Kiss Me. This color is I'm not too sure what color it is. If it's from Kiss Me, you can always find it in any like Sasa or Watsons. Just to find it. This is a brow mascara. I like to use this one because it's almost like similar to my blonde color that I have now. And it's very long lasting, also it can last me throughout the day. It does not move, it does not budge. And the color is quite nice. Although it's very blonde, but yet again, I might focus. It's very blonde, but I quite like it. I think if I'm not wrong, this comes with a lot of colors as well. You can always find a color that's suitable for your look, or your brows, or your hair. You can always go 1 or 2 tone lighter than your natural hair color. So yeah. Same goes with your eyebrow pencil. Okay, you're done. Left. Love this one. Alright, so yeah. So I'm going to finish my eyes and my lips and my makeup, and I'll get back here and give my final thoughts on the foundation that I used today, and we'll see how is it like. So see you back in a short while. So guys, welcome back. So as you can see, I have done my eyes, my lips, my cheek. It's very neutral. You can see, because you can see how nice it is. It's very simple. So in final thoughts of the OR's foundation, the Instant Moisture Glow and the OR's foundation. So yes, this is very good for if you like something full coverage, you like something oil control, it can last you throughout the day with minimum touch up, it does not melt, it's water resistant. So if you sweat like crazy, the foundation does not move. If you say that you get rain, it does not move. And this one is the Marigold. You can use it. It's a very deep hydration kind of primer. Even though the foundation is very matte finish, this one you will lock in the moisture for 72 hours and prime your skin, protect your skin from clog pores. You can use this as a moisturizer as well. So it's more like a kill two birds in one kind of moisturizer. And yeah, you can use it as a primer as well. I'll give it a very nice, good review on it. I quite like it. I've been using it almost. This is my first bottle, but it's almost finished. I'm gonna get another one soon. So yeah, it lasts me at least almost around 3 months, and I only use like a per size. Yeah. So yeah, and the TOUCHE ECLAT pen. This is also a very nice highlighter, conceal your soul kind of item. It's very expensive. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but yet again, it's very nice to use. It glides on smoothly, does not give you any cakeiness. Yeah, it's a multi-purpose pen. I use it under my brows, as you can see. Yeah, it's a very good pen to use as well. If you like it, you can always purchase it at the nearest YSL Beauty. Yeah, you should get one of these as well. It's very good to use as well. You should get one of these. And then on my lips, I use 2 of their products as well. I use the TATOUAGE. This one is a matte lip stain, and it can last at least 8 hours with minimum touch up, but it's a matte finish kind of a lip stain. So I always go over with another lip balm underneath it, which is this one. Can see. This one is a very nice liquid and balm formula. So yeah, this one gives your skin, it comes with skincare benefit as well. So it comes with coconut water for endless hydration, and it comes with pomegranate for antioxidant as well. So it's a very nice skincare balm inside as well. So it gives your lips a very good hydration. If you have like very chapped lips like me, you should go for this version. It comes in 12 shades of color. I got number 8. Oh yeah, and this I got it in number 1, the classic number 1 red, and this is in number 8 in like in pinkish red color. Yeah. And it comes with number 1 as well as a lip mask. So yeah, so if you like an overnight mask, you can like this one, get number 1, it's a lip mask. Okay, so these are some of the products that I quite like from YSL. It's not a pay video, it's not even sponsor. Yeah, so yeah, if you like the overall makeup that I'll do today, do thumbs up, subscribe to me. I'll have more video coming up soon. So yeah, so I'll see you soon. Bye, see you around.